Well, welcome back, blade lovers, and happy Fixed Blade Friday, whatever day it might be that you're seeing this, because this video is being recorded and dropped on a Friday. So, happy Fixed Blade Friday. We've got an interesting knife today. It's very interesting in a number of ways. First of all, it's a $25 knife by a company called Canku. Canku, purchased on Amazon. It's D2. We're not 100% sure it's D2. I'm not going to get it tested. Sometimes the D2 knives end up being like 8CR or something like that. Maybe AUS 10, or AUS 8, what have you. Anyway, I'm not going to get into that. The reason I got this was an interesting design. It is slightly reminiscent of some major manufacturers' tactical defensive type ring knives, but different. So we have a really, I guess you'd call it, long extended tanto blade, because you have two grinds, or two facets to the blade. Relatively high grind. Here's your D2 marking. Here's the box. They call it a camping knife. Yes, I'll be camping with this knife. But so are many of the others that are offered offered on Amazon. They did a good design job. We have a crowned spine. We have 3 spots of jimping. Yes, this is reminiscent of what Bastinelli does on his knives. But as far as I can tell, this is unlike any current design from a major manufacturer. Bastinelli does make a very small knife with this two-faceted I forget what it's called, but it's way down here. It's about that long, and the rest is all a skeletonized handle. So I'm taking this as a unique knife, and it's a straight ring knife. So we're not going to call this a karambit. By no means is this a karambit. I'm going to pull out a couple other examples of knives with rings on them that are not karambits. They're not curved. They're not a claw, etc. The whole purpose of this ring is retention, but you don't have to use it. You can grab it like that, and you can have it in a diagonal grip, saber grip. It is a very pointy blade. However, the tip is not overly fine, so therefore not that prone to breakage, but it is a definite piercing design. Can still be used for utility to a degree. You can cut with it. You can certainly use the point. You can use that secondary point, we'll call it, belly. And they do appear to be using a green G10. These come in a black G10, and I think they come in a black G10 with a non-blackened blade. This one is a blackened stonewashed finish. I think if you want a down and dirty knife to keep with you that hides well, this might be it. And we're going to take some measurements so you can tell whether or not it's a blade that fits the parameters of any legal restrictions you might have. 7.5 inches to the ring from the tip, and 3.25 inch blade with like a 3 1/8 inch cutting edge. Okay. Some thicknesses, blade stock. Let's take it down here at the very tang, or the very heel of it. 3.8. So pretty good thickness. And I'll have a rounded contoured handle of 0.58. Have a weight of the knife alone. If I can turn on the scale. I'll show you the sheath in a moment. have a weight of the knife alone of only 2.9 ounces. So there you go. Those are the vital statistics. Let's take a look at the Kydex Sheath, which I'm very impressed with. I've gotten Kydex sheaths from custom knife makers that aren't this good. Seriously. It's a good thickness. It is a perfect fit with no rattle. We're talking $25 here now. We have a lock that is like a tech lock. Push it here and lift. It is a little large and bulky for the size of the sheath. You may want to go ulti-clip on this, so this can be removed easily. It can also be repositioned for scout carry, horizontal. And if you take that off completely and put it in your pocket, you can thumb it off. So very easy to simply do that. But the retention is good. It's not going to shake loose. So what is the value of a knife like this? Well, it first of all can be a utility style knife, although not perfectly designed to be such. You have retention with the pinky in this position. And of course, you have the so-called point down karambit position with the edge being out rather than being in. But it is a, let's back out a little bit more. It is a stabby little item, for sure. When you put your ring through any ring knife or karambit, never go all the way up to the second knuckle or the third. Is that the first knuckle? Yeah, don't go up to the first knuckle. Go in the middle knuckle. Because you can take your finger out, but it also positions it best for positioning the blade, as you can see. So we can cut out, we can jab down, etc. Okay, so it's a light knife. It has enough edge to be useful. It has a very aggressive point, and it did come through, I would say, reasonably sharp. Came with a good using edge the way it was. I stropped it just a little bit on a leather strop with some compound, and I've got a pretty good razor but aggressive edge on that now. Not going to be a paper shredder, but sharp enough for the intended purpose. Now, let's do a quick compare. Here we have the Route by Elite Tactical. It's another interesting ring knife. About the same size with different geometry to the blade. A little taller handle, a little more meat to it, and a different style blade altogether, which probably can suit utility chores a little better than the Canku. And I did a review on this, so it's out there if you wanted to take a look at it. You can pinch that. I'm not sure what the purpose is other than that. I don't think it helps it stay in the sheath. But, you know, same idea. You can secure it with the pinky. You can use it in the karambit position. Point down, edge out. So we've got that Route from Elite Tactical. Then we got a higher end knife. This is the Tour Jank Shank. Also a ring type fixed blade. And the Jank Shank is now coming with the handle slabs on it, so I see. A little on the pricey side, but it's S35 VN blade, and it is massively thick. You're not going to break this guy. Virtual pry bar for a skeletonized knife. Same idea again. Pretty good ergos on this one. Doesn't matter which position you hold it in. Not my top choice When you go rings, I mean, there's a few knives out there that do work well with rings. Obviously, karambits are built for it, but they have a special use and a special purpose. I may do a separate video sometime, not sure when, on the whole concept of these straight bladed knives with rings on them. But this is the Canku, and if you look out on Amazon and just look up Canku knife, C-A-N-K-U, you'll find this one, you'll find some others. You will find some clones, so warn you now. This is not a clone, so you know, I feel fine putting it out here. It's not directly ripping anybody off, but you may find some that are closer to well-known production knives. At any rate, I thought this was interesting. It was it's a low budget, 25 bucks, and got a couple different variants. It might be something that suits you. And again, excellent sheath, really well-made sheath that should hold up and is multi-purpose. Okay, well, let me know what you think. I will be rolling out some other videos soon on some brand new stuff from Artisan, so stay tuned for that. Don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe. We'll be back with you real soon. This Old Sword. Take care.